DR.DRAW.
For me, is to feel free is the key. Is to find if you're awkward, you can break that awkwardness somehow. There's a will, there's got to be a way. Don't feel like the biggest mistake of people is that if they don't feel like they have personality, they like adopt a personality. They go through a totally subcultural route, and that's most people do this actually. They're like, oh, I can identify with this subculture. Bang, jump in it. Ooh, I'm having fun in this sub. Move on to another subculture. I mean, it's fun. All subcultures have beautiful things about them. Like they're all entertaining and so on and so on. But don't forget that you are on your own journey. You should always think yourself as an individual, even though you are subject to the society. Try to find a very individual journey. Originally born in Moscow. Traveled to the Middle East a little bit as a kid, and came to Toronto when I was about 10 years old, 10 and a half. Where I really realized that I fell in love with an instrument is when I started busking, playing on the street. Because you're earning as much money as a lawyer when you're a kid, improvising on the street, accommodating yourself to the audience, customizing every composition, improvising constantly. It was a constant mind flow. It was basically like a university on the street. And that's how I got started. The streets basically brought me up musically and artistically.
You had a band. Can you please tell me more about your band?
I have a modular band. My band is constantly changing. The thing about it is it's good to have musicians who are incredible and are passionate and are individuals. And that's something that, like, when I have when I have musicians around me, it's like going to university. I want to learn from them. They have to provide something that I don't have. And that would complete me as an artist.
Yeah.
The hardest audiences are what I call zombies. they're the people that are really extremely difficult to penetrate. They don't feel free. They feel a little bit disbalanced. But to be honest, the audience can also fool you. From what you see sometimes as a terrible audience, in reality is very attentive and could be a really wonderful audience. Like, honestly, like, compassion and kindness is the two best things. Like, I don't care, like, technically I really don't care how good technically people are. I mean, they have to have a certain set of skills, but creatively, like, I want people to rock my world, to literally play something that I would never even think of. Because I don't like to tell people what to do. I'll give them basically a framework. Like, here's a frame, there's a composition, just launch yourself in it. Do something awesome. And I have a tendency sometimes on stage to walk over and kind of give a bit of instructions or so and so on. And that's as little as guidance as I give. I don't give a lot of guidance. Just like basically rock my world. That's what I want from a lot of performers. Oh. расстроено до ужаса это. Она еще хуже расстраивается. Каждый раз еще... Here is 300 years old, and yeah, as well as going into repairs as well. So this one is going to be sounding a lot better once I'm done all the treatment on it. I absolutely love this instrument. It's a gypsy style violin, easy to play. Yeah, so these ones should be repaired super soon, and I'll have an actual functioning 4 instruments to choose from. The only other thing that I would probably do is become a film director. Or either an actor, because being a performer, you're naturally an actor, and the only times that you actually feel comfortable is when you're performing. We call it ourselves like borderline hysterics in a sense. Is that the only time the attention that you get or you don't get, it's contagious. You feel like you have some sort of higher purpose. And even if you do it, it doesn't matter at all. But that moment when you are performing and you fall into a trance, and for even a split second or a minute or anything, that you do something amazing that's completely worth the whole career span. It has nothing to do with money or with comfort.